Thank you so much, Liz. I'm joined here at Matchpoint by three fellows who just walked away with massive wins, zellsis, Bang, and then, of course, Kaplan. Guys, congratulations on the win. We're going to get into all of that. We're going to talk about what happened, what went right, what went wrong, and then kind of a little foreshadowing into the future. But first, I want to play a little game, right? You guys just got done playing a very stressful, high-stakes match, so let's play something a little bit more low-key. Our pros live inside of VALORANT. You guys know this. They mess with agents. They know really everything in and out of the game. But we're going to play Guess the Origin, where you're going to have to guess where the agent is from.
I feel like this is harder than the series. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, Kaplan was talking a pretty big game.
I'm 100% it.
Yeah?
Easily.
I'm going to fail.
I'm right there with you.
I got you guys. Perfect.
A lot of it's going to be on you, Cap. Let's go ahead and we'll pull up the first one. I'm going to give you an agent, and you guys just have to tell us where it's from. The very first agent is Reyna. Guys, there's
Mexico.
No way. Yeah, that's an easy one.
Nice. I'm seeing if they got it first.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll guess first.
Right, sure.
Yeah, that was a disappointed dad
Well,
look
see,
on the
if
first
you're not
one.
confident, you pass it to me every time. I got you.
Wait, our answers, like if me and him guess, are not the same percent that he gets.
Yeah,
like
no,
he's our final boss.
Yeah, we'll bail. Yeah, he's
All
the
right,
safety valve in case things get a little sideways. Can we confirm just for the people at home where Reyna's from? Mexico.
Nice.
Perfect. Well done. You bailed him out because that look that you gave Bang, deer in headlights. You were cooked, bro. You had nothing. Let's pull up the next one. Astra. Oh, I'm sorry. I trolled. Not Astra. Viper. Sorry. Viper.
Viper?
Russia.
United States.
United States.
Yeah?
Oh my God.
I know that one.
Whatever. Good job.
Did she sound Russian to you, the voice lines?
I don't know, bro. I'm just throwing shit out there.
Nice, that's good. I like that guess.
Is it confirmed, the U.S.? Nice. Very nicely
Go,
done.
guys.
I'll take
You
that.
were
Stay in
crispy
school.
on that one.
Stay in school.
All right, up next, Astra.
I don't know. Astra? I have no idea.
That's kind
I'm a
of
little nervous about
kind
this
of
one.
kind of a hard
You
one.
don't know?
I'm going to go with Kenya.
Can I give you guys a hint?
Yeah.
We'll take a hint.
It starts with a G.
G?
Oh, yeah.
Go on. Say it with your chest.
Ghana?
Ghana.
Gonda?
Gonda.
Gonda?
Gandhi.
I don't know.
Ghana.
Yes.
Ghana! It's called Ghana!
Between the G and then bailing him out of Gonda, I think we got there.
Listen, I'm not a geographer guesser guy. You know what I mean?
Nice.
All right, what about number 4? Cypher.
Oh, Morocco, right?
Morocco.
Morocco?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean,
I don't,
Yeah, that was it.
I mean,
That was it.
Morocco,
Yeah.
I don't know. You're
I don't know.
guessing. I don't know.
I know. I mean, I feel like you would know.
Good job.
Good job.
There has. Do we let zellsis sit on this last one by himself for a little bit?
Yeah.
What?
Is it that obvious?
Why would you do that
Yeah,
to me?
just no. Well, no. I mean, let him make him sweat a little.
Okay.
You guys have
I'm
bailed
already
him out of
sweating.
all of
I'm
this.
already sweating.
Sure, let's go.
All right, let's see how he does on the last
Okay,
agent.
fine.
Harbor.
Harbor? India. India?
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 My brother. Very nicely done.
Yes. Nice.
Very nicely done.
Nice.
I was a little worried for putting you on the spot, but you delivered.
I was kind of scared. It got like too quiet. In here,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like too quiet.
It was tension, right? You were building the suspense. I was all for it. All right, let's talk about the series that just took place. I want to go all the way back to Ascent. Liz asked you about it, but I'd love to hear what you guys think as well. A map that you guys hadn't shown before, and yeah, you guys likely knew that Cloud9 were running the double Senti comp. How much comfort was in knowing that they were starting on attack, and you didn't have to deal with that double Senti comp on defense at the beginning?
I'll go. I mean, I think for us, it's just, I mean, we knew they were playing double Senti, right? We haven't shown Ascent, but we are always working hard. That's our main thing, making the chocolate. So, I mean, I think for us, it was just like, we just had to play confident, and Cap said it before the series started, like, we've looked really good. We've played really confident against like the lower level teams. We kind of just need to like keep doing it against every single team, because I think our only issue is like, we see these like name brand teams or the names on the other teams or like their record or whatever, and we kind of get scared and don't play like ourselves. And I think here on Ascent, we like played like ourselves.
What was the making the chocolate? What was that all about?
We have a thing on the team where we just like work really, really hard, and we call Cap Willy Wonka, and we're like we're the little guy, what are they called? The Oompa Loompas. Yeah.
Constantly making chocolate.
Yep. Constantly
Chocolate factory never
chocolate
closes.
Factory. Yep. Yep.
Bang, I'd love to hear from you as you kind of think through how comfortable Ascent was, and given, you guys were talking about how it was grinding, you were prepared for it, you were ready for it. Pearl felt like a map that was strong for both of you. I think you guys were 3-0, they were 3-1. They're running the double duelist comp. How comfortable were you going into Pearl, given how Ascent went?
I felt like, we're always really confident going into any map, I'm gonna be honest. It's just kind of how we are, I feel like, at least. But I think knowing their comp and knowing like the way they play, I felt like we had an advantage for sure, just off of that, as simple as that. But I think towards the middle, like after the second, or during the second half, it was a little bit like we did throw some rounds, I feel like, and it wasn't like the best of us, and we were definitely like not playing at 100%. But going into the match, I was definitely really confident, just off of the comps, honestly.
Yeah, I think there were a couple of rounds at the end there. I think of that 2v4 on, what round was that? Round 23, 22 or something like that, where they were in a post plant, they had all pushed off and they were playing in main, and I believe it was you and Zekin pushed and converted that 2v4. Was that?
I think it was either me and Zekin or me and John, one of the two. Yeah.
What were the comms like for that?
I mean, in those low man scenarios, whenever you're the two, it feels like, there's not a lot that can be said. Like, people didn't realize that the only thing they need to do is they need to just get a good multi or like go for a play. Like, all we really said was just like, let's plan A, and like we got to go for plays. That's all I remember 100% us saying. But those scenarios are they're hard to really talk about a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're just kind of doing it on the fly.
Yes.
Last question I have for you guys very quickly, and then we'll kind of talk about the bracket and what's next. Playoffs, I believe you mentioned it, zellsis, in the promo video. Playoffs are a different tournament. I mean, you kind of set everything behind you. Any team can go on a run and just kind of catch fire. What has been the identity? What has been the focus of the team on a grander scale heading into playoffs?
I think for us, thankfully, that we have like a young team with like Bang, Narrate, and Zekin, where I feel like when you have young players like that, the regular season is kind of just like a cruise and like easy, whatever. And like for us, we only lost a crew, right? But then I feel like younger teams get way more nervous in playoffs. And I feel like for us, we have such a great coaching staff and having such a good head coach in Cap, where he's like, we have games where like, let's say we're losing or even though we're stomping, he doesn't give us like, he like tells us what to work on in the game. Like on Ascent, when they were coming back against C9, Cap's pause was like, he gave like a strategic idea, and then he like told us straight up like, look, they're coming back. It doesn't matter. You guys are like, we're screwing up here and there. And like, he gave us one goal to focus on. He didn't care about winning the map. I mean, obviously you want to win the map.
Of course.
But like, not to like throw him under the bus or anything, but he like always gives us like a goalpost that like he wants us to reach. And I think we do really well on like looking at that in the matches in the regular season, because when you move into playoffs, it's like you said, like, or like I said before, like nerves come into factor. Like it's not regular season anymore. Like when you lose, like you're kind of out. Like you don't get like a buffer. So I think that's like the difference in like our team with like everyone else in like regular season and playoffs.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the bracket as we get a view once more on what the rest of this tournament has for you guys. You take care of Cloud9 2-0. You've got G2 waiting in the fringes. I think G2 are known as, one of the best teams in the world, maybe the best team in the world. Kaplan, what is your coaching philosophy as you think through a matchup like G2? And I don't mean like in the game. When I think about like coaching philosophy, Jordan did a really good job of complimenting how you build them up and kind of what your focus and your approach is heading into it. What's your focus for these guys?
Yeah, I think, like Jordan said, like we're working on making sure we stay calm and confident even on a playoff stage. But I think at a certain point you need to add a little more to that. Like you can't run away from the fact that it's a qualifying game to Toronto. So hoping to add a little fuel to the fire. I think we have a chip on our shoulder about playing G2. I think we really like to, attempt to take them down. I think we feel like in that grand final we should have taken them down, and this is a big revenge moment. A very brief story. After we lost them in the upper final kickoff, I kicked my foot out of frustration at how bad we got owned, and it hurt really bad. And I thought it healed, but it started hurting a lot a week ago, like a lot again. And my theory is that it's sentient, and it feels that G2 is coming. And I keep telling them, if we win, I think it's going to heal, just like that.
Just like that.
Just forget all of the, stay calm, cool, confident, do it for my foot.
Between the Willy Wonka stuff and then Kaplan's foot, I think we've walked away.
You see the kind of team the ship we're running over?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's advancing, it's moving forward, whatever it takes to keep that ship going. We're going to be back tomorrow in the lower bracket with 2 do-or-die elimination matches. First, it's 100 Thieves versus NRG, and then lastly, it's going to be Cloud9 up against Evil Geniuses. Thank you so much for joining us. Here's the Samsung SS. Yes, you can.
I need everyone to go and buy the Sentinels bundle. Please. Please go buy the Sentinels bundle. We have no more 10s, no more marketing. Please buy the Sen bundle.
And with that, the Samsung SSD Fast Replay. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
All right, we got our first game of playoffs here. It's 100 Thieves, MIBR. These teams played once before this year. That was all the way back in kickoff. And for an MIBR that hasn't done a ton of losing.
100 Thieves are making beautifully off of that counterplay.
The spray's missing. Cryo had some protection in Cortesia. This should just be too many odds. That's 1 kill found though. And all 1v1 against Cryo! How has Cortesia found that?
Let's go. Verno still backside right now. Has an opportunity to shut this down.
Judge in the corner. 1 swings in. A second. Cortesia moves them down with the Judge. 13-10. Take their opponent's map pick and start this series with a win. 1 bullet will do it on both these targets. Easy for Oxbox. The trades are good, but EU backs him up with a stunning shot.
But Cryo's down on 1 HP. EU hasn't got any armor. There's still Shenham in mid. It's over. Wrap it up. MIBR 2-0 over 100 Thieves.
It's beautiful from MIBR and a right dismantling of 100 Thieves.
It's time for a classic North American smackdown.
It's actually the first time that these two teams face against each other in 2025.
They're not prepared. They don't understand what Sentinel can bring to the table.
Marshall! Let's go, boys! Dashes forward.
He does 1. Second, already pulls the acrobatics. Second uses a side like a jungle gym and sits down Cloud9.
First blood coming out in even a second.
They just activate on mid.
Biggest comeback in VCT.
He gets 1 solo, and now he can draw the attention. They're looking for the swings. Another one from Mitch. Does he even need it? No, he doesn't.
Hey, let's go, baby. That's how we do it. Around.
Continuation here. Net very low. It's going to be the jump from zellsis and the right-click classic. Everybody's on their feet from Sentinels in the crowd and on stage as they take map number 1 away from Cloud9.
Second spamming through, using that hero rifle on this buy. Closes it down. Oh, waiting on the right side, waiting for the crossfires to come through, and he finds the ace! Oxy's gonna come flying through with the blade storms. They do find it. John Duty and A main. Bang goes for another one, an ace on the board, all by himself here.
2 rifles on the side of C9.
Bang. Bang with the ace! Bang with the Red Bull clutch!
Wrap it up!
And they are not allowing C9 that much ground. Mitch, however, from street. Oh, he throws the Armageddon, but he's pushing. Mitch is always pushing. Peeks to Zekin. Zekin's got it. The 3K, the finalizer, and Sentinels will take down Cloud9 in 2 maps.